Whatever you do, please do not spend the $100 bills I go over in this video. Now look, I understand $100 bills is a lot of money, but the $100 bill I'm showing you on the screen right now sold for $8,812. Now here's the reality. If you have a few $100s in your bank account, you could literally go to your local bank, ask for physical $100 bills, look at them, see if they're rare, and then simply deposit them back into your bank. There's really no downside when it comes to looking for rare bills like the ones I go over. Now it's typically the smallest little detail that you need to pay attention to, so pay close attention. So when it comes to these older $100 bills, you have to know one thing, and that one thing is that these were first produced in 1928. You can see this bill right here is a series 1934. Now just because your paper money says a date on the bill does not mean that's when it was specifically produced. To keep it very simple, when they're producing the plates to produce these bills, it takes a lot of time. So for example, they produced these 1934 bills up into the 1940s, even though they all say 1934 on them. Next, you need to pay attention to the district seal on the left. Now that is that black seal to the left of the date. You can see this one has a large letter K. So it's either going to be a letter or a number. If it's a number instead of a letter, that's rare, and it's going to be worth good money. Another area to pay attention to is you see the large K district seal. That is always going to be the same as the prefix letter on the serial number. So you can see the serial number starts with the letter K. If the serial number prefix and the district letter, that large black K, is different, it could be really rare. For example, if there's a large letter K and then the prefix is an A or a B instead of a K, that could be rare. Also, look at the number 11s around the bill. There's 4 of them. K stands for the Dallas, Texas district, and K is also the 11th number in the alphabet. That is not coincidence. If that K instead was an A, then the numbers would be 1. If it was a B, the numbers would be 2, etc. If the number and letter combination is different, then you need to watch out for that as well. But the main reason why this bill sold for $8,812 is because of the grade and condition. Now, if this bill was in lower graded condition, it would still be worth a few $100s, but the grade is what makes it so valuable. Last thing I'll say is Dallas, Texas, as you can see by the large K there, is typically a harder district to find, especially in these older bills. People also look for Minneapolis, which is an I. So keep your eyes peeled for those two things, because again, this bill sold for $8,812. Oh, really quick, one last thing. This is a mule note. Essentially, you'll see on the back of the bill a small little plate position. Essentially, when they're producing these bills, they produce the back of the bill first, and then the front of the bill. And then the last and third final print is the overprint, which is the seals on the left and right, the green and black seals, and then the serial numbers. Pretty much what a mule note is when they line up the back of the bills to produce with the front of the bill. Sometimes they accidentally pull different sheets and they match them up with the wrong front. So essentially what you need to know is that the back of this bill should not have gone with this front, making it a mule note. So this bill sold for $3,737. Now I'm going to move really quickly on this one, so pay attention. But you can see this one has a good amount of folds, so your bill can still be worth a lot of money even though it's been folded up. But the fewer the folds, the better. This one's also a star note, more on that later, but the main reason why this one sold for $3,737 is because the first print, also known as the back print, is just missing. Now you have to be very careful if you're buying bills like this, or even if you're selling them, because there are people out there that will see videos like mine and then they'll just think to themselves, okay, I could get a $100 bill and erase the back of the bill and then sell it for a lot of money. The thing is, most people have smartened up and they won't buy bills like this unless they're authenticated by third-party companies like PMG or PCGS. I also highly advise against altering any US federal currency, as if you are doing that to increase the value of the bill, it is considered fraud. So just don't scam people, just don't be a bad person. I'm showing you things to look out for here that can make your bills worth a lot of money, but let's hop into the next one. So the back of this $100 bill, by the way, this one sold for $3,760, and it's not really because it's shifted like this. The main reason why it sold for so much money is because 1, it's uncirculated, meaning that it has no folds whatsoever on the bill, and 2, if you flip the bill over to the front, you'll see that the overprint is inverted. That means that when the sheet of bills was being fed into the machine, they put it in upside down on accident, leading to this error. If you ever find something like this, you need to contact a rare paper money expert immediately, because it can be worth a lot of money, just like this one that sold for $3,760. I'll be very brief on this one, but this bill sold for $7,200, guys. This is a 2017 $100 bill. Now, you guys have to understand that in certain cultures, the number 8 is highly sought after and is considered to be lucky. If you visit anywhere in Asia, you'll see some incredibly wealthy people will actually have license plate numbers that are 8s. This bill doesn't only have a few 8s, it has a solid number 8 serial number. Now, the probability of landing this serial number is really, really slim, but if you come across it, it's worth a lot of money because, again, this one sold for $7,200. Now, remember earlier I said that 1928 was the first year they ever started issuing these $100 bills, and this one was produced in 1928. Now, this one sold for $10,575, and it's the smallest little thing that made it sell for so much money. So I'll be straight up and honest with you. As always, this one has a star on it. That means it's a replacement note. So when they're producing paper money, if a sheet of bills has an error on it, what they'll do is they will destroy the sheet, produce a new sheet with new serial numbers, and put a star to signify that this is a replacement sheet. They need to do this for bookkeeping purposes to make sure that none of the employees or anyone is taking the money. Now, this is so cool, guys. So look really closely at the stars on the serial number. Those are actually inverted, meaning they're upside down. So this is incredibly rare. If you find an inverted star on the serial number, it's going to be worth good money because this one sold for $10,575. So this is so cool. This is an original pack of $100 bills. You can see the date there. It says 12/20/1930, which goes to show, like I was saying, that just because the bill says 1928 doesn't mean it was produced then. So this has a face value of $10,000. As you can see, the number 5 at the district seal means this is a numeral type bill, like I was saying before. These bills are also consecutive, meaning if you look at the last 4 digits of the serial number, you have 2001. The next serial number will be 002, 003, etc. Very neat. And this pack of $100 bills sold for $60,500. YouTube knows exactly what you should watch next, and that video is on the screen. So click on that video and I'll see you inside.